Halo, halo, witam serdecznie. Obejrzymy sobie nowe wydarzenie, a mianowicie NACON Connect oraz UBISOFT Forward. Wydaje mi się, że wszystko powinno działać. Jeszcze rzutem na taśmę chyba naprawiłem, miałem jakieś problemy ze streamowaniem, ale chyba wszystko powinno działać. No jestem na YouTubie przynajmniej, dobra. Więc witam serdecznie. Pierwsze osoby na Twitchu niestety mnie nie będzie, no ale dobra, zobaczymy jak to będzie wyglądało. Na samym początku NACON Connect, właśnie początek o 19, czyli właśnie w punkt. No i później jeszcze zobaczymy UBISOFT Forward od 20. Więc nie, mam nadzieję, że wszystko działa. Ustawiłem dosłownie kilka minut temu. Więc witam serdecznie pierwsze osoby. Tak jest, rozpoczynamy od tego wydarzenia.
Hello everyone and welcome to NACON Connect 2022. My name is Funka and I've been joined by my good friend TPK sitting just next to me. Yes. How are you, TPK?
I'm doing well, I'm so excited for this NACON Connect 2022. It's been 1 year already, how time flies. So yeah, really excited for the upcoming announcement.
No, można zobaczyć właśnie gry w tle, na przykład ten Lord of the Rings, Gollum, Robocop albo zapomniałem, Steel Rising? Nie, jakoś inaczej to się nazywało.
There's something for you in terms of games, but also in terms of accessories, because, well, obviously NACON also, well, is into controllers, of arcade sticks, but also headphones, plenty of things, actually.
Yeah, basically, as I said, like if you're a gamer, if you want to play, if you want to use some new equipment, new gear, there is something for you in the NACON catalog. So I'm really excited to be here.
Tak, czyli nie będą same gry, będą jeszcze inne rzeczy.
It's not the first time that we've seen NACON Connect, and I know, TPK, you followed the last year really closely. So just, talk to me about this a little bit.
Yeah, so last year, NACON actually announced, pretty exciting titles, if you ask me. For example, first of all, we have the Lord of the Ring, Gollum. Of course, everybody basically knows about Gollum. Everybody knows about the Lord of the Rings. So it's always exciting to see a new game about
Tak, ale to już w sumie dostaliśmy z tego premierę wcześniej.
But also we've had Steel Rising,
Ta, Steel Rising to się nazywało, okej.
Studio Spider, a French studio. I cannot wait to learn more about this game because, well, I'm a huge fan of this studio myself, so it's going to be really impressive. And finally, the one more thing from last year.
One more thing.
Robocop. This movie we've all watched, basically. We all watched.
No, witam serdecznie pierwsze osoby.
In case you haven't watched this movie yet, well, please do so because
just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. But be wary a little bit. It's a kind of complicated movie. Sometimes you'll get, it can be scary sometimes. You know about Robocop. You know about Paul Verhoeven, the director.
Yes.
So just in case you didn't see it, just do yourself a favor and do it. Well, right now at NACON Connect, we've got a lot of stuff to show you, quite a bit actually, and I know about it because you'll see a lot of me in the videos that are coming up after that. Because yes, I've been, going around interviewing people in studios, watching those trailers that you're about to see. So yeah, in case you don't like me right now, I'm sorry to say that you'll see a lot of me during this broadcast.
Who doesn't like you?
I don't know. Well, just some weird people, I guess. But,
No, na razie takie mówienie w sumie bez niczego, bez żadnych zwiastunów. No ale jakieś tam w tle można zauważyć ciekawe rzeczy, jakieś, nie wiem, pady zupełnie nowe na przykład.
Strikes your enthusiasm a little bit in terms of upcoming stuff coming from NACON?
Yes. So we talked about those games, those 3 games, but there are so many games that we have to talk about tonight because obviously
No teraz właśnie o 19 jest konferencja NACON Connect, to się nazywa. Ma być kilka całkiem ciekawych gier, na przykład Lord of the Rings, Gollum. To co właśnie będzie we wrześniu wychodziło. Będzie jeszcze Steel Rising, czyli interesujący Soulsike, ma być jeszcze jakiś Robocop, jeszcze inne interesujące, jakieś nowe chyba tytuły. Więc to akurat takie nawet spore wydarzenie.
and I cannot
Ten
wait
Lord
to
of the Rings Gollum mnie
see
bardzo interesuje, pewnie nagram sobie serię.
So yeah, we
No
have
jeszcze o
plenty of
20
games,
będzie
plenty of
chyba jeszcze bardziej
accessories also
interesujące
to show
wydarzenie.
you
Widziałem,
tonight,
że więcej osób się
which
tym
leads
zainteresowało.
us to obviously,
No i to będzie Ubisoft
what
Forward.
we have
Będzie
to
się
talk
skupiał na
about,
tym
which is
Skull
right
and
on
Bones,
your
czyli
screen,
tej grze
is a
chyba z otwartym
bingo,
światem,
I believe?
z piratami w roli głównej.
That's supposed to be behind it? Oh, it's actually in the screen. Like the production value is
I
going
to akurat będzie o
out of this
20.
world. So basically what we have here is a bingo setup, right?
Yes.
A co oni,
And what we
co oni
wanna-
kombinują?
what we
W
wanna
bingo
show
grają
you
na
is
streamie.
we'll go through
Tutaj po
every
gry przyszedłem, a nie
single
żeby bingo
box
grać.
and show you, you know, a little image or a little
a
something,
hint.
a hint of what's coming your way in the conference part of NACON Connect. So,
NACON, dużo osób to w ogóle ogląda, nawet dokładnie, nie wiem, 2000, to chyba więcej czeka jeszcze na ten Ubisoft. No na razie jakieś głupoty moim zdaniem, no. Co oni kombinują?
Look at this image and try to figure out what it could be. So TPK, I know you are
Z jakiej to gry? A ja wiem.
you can go through those
Gdzie może być
images
lampa?
and
Wszędzie.
know what they're supposed to represent.
Yes.
Do you have an idea? Do you have a guess right there?
I mean, this reminds me of, you know, that's a very special architecture, basically. Something
No,
that I've seen in Paris, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like something I'm familiar with because you and me are French guys, right? So
Yeah.
we are familiar with
Parisian,
this.
you can say it.
Parisian.
Parisian. Le Parisien.
I am not really from Paris, but I'll you
Yeah,
know.
me neither. Me
Yeah.
neither. Me neither.
You know, I'll leave this one. Yeah, so it reminds me of something Parisian.
Okay, so,
Yes?
so in the chat, we're kind of interested in knowing what you guys feel this image is supposed to be representing right now. So if you've got any ideas, just don't hesitate to tell us in the chat if there's something that rings a bell. If you're agreeing with TPK, saying that looks like a, you know, some kind of Parisian architecture, with,
Yes.
you know, mentioning the old stone wall as well as this
Cloudy
you know,
atmosphere.
yeah.
I don't know. There is a special atmosphere.
Dobra, jeszcze nie było mnie przez chwilę i w sumie dalej grają w bingo, więc nic interesującego.
Yeah.
But for now,
So those are hints of what you're
those
gonna
are
see
hints.
next. So if you've got an idea, if you've got something.
Czy jestem na dobrym streamie, czy oni naprawdę grają w bingo? Chyba rzeczywiście.
Yeah.
But for now,
So those are hints of what you're
those
gonna
are
see
hints.
next. So if you've got an idea, if you've got something, just, you know, grab it, put it in your brain for now, and you might be able to recognize some of that in the upcoming trailers because there's gonna be a lot of them.
Yes.
TPK, I think we did our best with this square. Is there
Yes.
another one that you want to reveal?
You know what? I'll pick number 27.
That's a
number
terrible
27.
choice.
Oh, is it?
No, I'm just saying, you know.
It's.
To wygląda jak
all
jakiś,
right,
nie wiem,
so,
Nier Automata.
we
Może.
have trees.
Ciężko powiedzieć.
Plants, actually, plants.
Yeah.
And also some kind of, you know, a special architecture.
Yeah, another architecture thing, you know, structure, but it's really green. Like there is a lot of leaves, lots of, you know, of plants, as you said, and that weird architecture. What could it be? Like,
I don't know.
And that's not a modern thing, right?
No,
Like,
that's not modern.
It can't be modern.
By any means. I mean,
Okay.
it's actually old or it doesn't exist.
Dobra, to
in
wygląda
our
bardzo
world.
dziwnie. Nie spodziewałem się, że tak będzie się prezentowała ta konferencja. No ma być na przykład Hell is Us, jeszcze super ważny tytuł, ale co nie pokazują, to ja nie wiem teraz.
We don't want to spoil.
We don't want to spoil things,
We
right?
don't want to
Because,
spoil
we-
anything in this, but you
No
know,
tak,
like,
jesteśmy o dobrej godzinie.
take into account, you know, green leaves and you know that architecture that kind of looks a little bit different from what you could get.
Not from
on
this
normal
world.
Earth.
To jest pre-show w
Yeah,
takim
not
razie,
from
czy
this
jak to
world,
wygląda?
See what I did there? You liked it.
Może później jeszcze będzie coś lepszego, nie wiem.
Okay. I'm gonna go with
Yeah, have a
another
guess.
square if that's okay with you.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with 74.
74.
The one in
All
the bottom.
right, 74. Oh, this one is completely like it's strange, right? You have an iron, so someone's ironing clothes,
Okay.
most likely.
Okay.
I don't see anything wrong with this picture.
Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, o co
so
chodzi
my
w
eyes
tym
are
miejscu,
not as
szczerze
good as they used to
mówiąc.
be. You know, I'm getting old a little
Pokazują
bit, but
jakieś
I
zdjęcia,
do
nie wiem,
feel
czy to z gier
like
jest,
those hands,
czy jak?
Oh yeah.
They look old. They
Some-
look weird.
Yeah, something's wrong about this hand.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
that's not a human hand, or is it?
It has 5 fingers and stuff, you know, and it can iron.
Does
so
it?
I don't know if it, and I don't know if that's 5 fingers, but it can, you know, like use an iron. So
To wszystko wygląda jak z jakichś gier, nie wiem, screenshot albo z jakichś cutscenek,
Yeah,
ale
this hand is,
co oni kombinują teraz,
This
to nie
one
mam
is
pojęcia.
actually, you know, like,
that's promising.
yeah.
This picture, this hint is promising,
Yeah,
actually.
but I have no idea what it could be.
I have no idea.
But
or
there's
maybe,
something wrong with the hand. Just,
Yeah.
you know, I want that to be known, you know.
but
like-
the shirt is all right. Like
Yeah,
the
the-
green shirt is all right.
yeah. Is it a green shirt or is it a red shirt? Like
I mean,
ironing the bottom,
I mean,
the bottom side, you know.
the person ironing is actually wearing a green.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Nothing fancy, nothing too fancy about this.
No, you're right.
Nothing.
What's the next square?
You know what? I'll pick number 91, actually. Number 91. Oh, and again, building.
To jest jakieś gry, ale nie mam pojęcia.
Very greeny atmosphere. So,
Po części jak
something
Elden
very
Ring wygląda, ale to nie
we
jest
are
to
lost
z pewnością.
in a really,
Tylko
really
po
particular,
kolorystyce
very
może.
strange area, region. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ale w Elden Ring nie było takiej lokacji
Like
nawet.
there's a huge building in the back,
Yes.
like you know, really tall one, but at the same
Musi
time
być coś
there's like
innego.
a church in the front.
It
like,
looks like a church.
It is like an interesting way of setting up the image in general. So is the green thing already like a tell or like the once again architecture? Are we doing
Yes.
an architecture
class?
like talk or something like?
Might be.
I'm not exactly sure.
So I think that you guys in the chat are
Chyba, że to będzie wszystko z tych
like,
nadchodzących
every
gier,
hint,
nie
You
wiem.
guys are actually guessing Test Drive Unlimited, and that it's, you know, come on, please.
It's not in a bingo.
Test
right?
Drive
Like, it's not in a
Unlimited.
bingo.
Też jakaś chyba gra od nich.
No, there's still 4 squares
Wyścigówka
left.
całkiem chyba dobra.
I mean, if we'll see about that.
Yeah?
We'll
Okay,
see.
okay.
But this it's also very promising.
It is. It is. For an image, it is really promising right now. Okay, so
Your turn.
Okay, do you have any square in mind? Like, what's the sexiest in your opinion right now? 41, 45,
You know what? Let's start with 41.
41?
Since it's the first box, so it's all. Oh, okay. So we have a sign written in Chinese.
Okay,
Maybe it looks
okay.
like at least a language from Asia.
Asian characters.
Yeah,
I guess, like
Asian
Asian alphabet.
language.
I'm not exactly sure where,
Yes.
but it's also like a driving thing, like a driving.
Wygląda jak
What's your
Yakuza
road,
może,
Like
albo
there's a
coś w tym
road
stylu,
and
nie wiem.
There's a driving sign in a way, like is this a stop sign?
Albo wyścigówka.
I don't speak that language personally. But,
you don't?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
You don't.
I already speak English a little bit, and
Oh.
it's kind of rough, and le français, you know.
Le
So
français.
that's already a lot for my brain, you know. If you guys have any idea what this could be, we're interested in knowing in the
Yes.
chat. If you guys are excited about this one. So since TPK did make the call for this one,
Nie, bo to
I'm
jakieś
gonna go
głupoty
ahead and
są
do this one.
teraz. Jeżeli dobrze pamiętam, no to
Of
Sure.
course.
na pewno było o tej godzinie, come on.
Okay.
Co oni w ogóle kombinują?
Let's do 5. 0,
Let's do
5.
05. Oh, okay. So this is a texture, or you know, it doesn't look like.
To jest
some-
jakiejś gry innej.
because we have buildings in other pictures, we have
This
an
is not
iron.
a building.
This is not a building. This is no architecture.
Okay.
So
Lots
what's it
of,
about?
you know, tiny holes.
Black and white.
Like,
Co ja kombinuję?
and like, looks like a plastic thing, or like.
Maybe it's made out of plastic, or
So that's an object we're looking at.
maybe,
Yeah.
most likely.
Okay.
Też mają transmisję na Twitterze.
All right.
I do have an idea.
You
but
do have an idea?
I don't want to see. I don't want to say it because
Yeah?
I'm gonna spoil something. But
Okay.
it
You're
looks
beating
like
around the bush.
something that's
No tak, to jest
around
główne
the
wydarzenie, o
video.
19 miało być.
Just saying.
Na czym to
Saying.
polega?
Maybe not on this shot though.
All right, so let's speed things up with maybe number 55? 55?
45.
45,
Mają właśnie
sorry.
ten na przykład
55 doesn't exist. All right, armor
Hell
plate.
is Us.
Armor plate.
Ooh.
Yes. So it's
a good-
Patrzcie na
raining
to.
behind, I guess.
Yeah.
It's
Takie
raining, so
tytuły
that's an
mają być
armor
przedstawione.
plate. I see an arm.
Exclusive
it looks like a
reveals.
light armor.
I see it now.
Więc to wygląda super interesująco na papierze, to wydarzenie, ale sobie w bingo zaczęli grać, jakby trollowali.
I also look like a plane, you know, like a
Oh, a plane!
like you know, like
Spaceship?
the end, a spaceship, or
Yes.
you know, the end of a plane. Okay, but it does look like armor. Now,
It looks
I
like
see
Trzeba
it.
przyznać, że
Now I
super
see it.
wygląda właśnie na
Let's see
papierze, no
what's
patrzcie
hidden
jakie tytuły.
in the upcoming announcements. And finally, number 9.
Może teraz, jak
9, 98.
dojadą do końca.
98.
Alrighty, that's really special.
Oh, we're going back to architecture.
Again, a building.
Yeah, again a building.
Again, a building.
Może to te wszystkie gry, które będą,
Any kind of building.
nie
Yeah,
wiem,
you're right. Like
przedstawiane.
red bricks.
A bit blurry.
Yeah.
So something that goes fast. Right?
Oh, I see.
It seems that since it's blurry, it's supposed to actually be something really
It's
quick.
representing
To może ta wyścigówka.
fast and, movement.
The
in a
camera
way.
is holding up.
And and there's racing games, right, in the NACON catalog, so it could be something along those lines.
Yes.
Really interested, once again, if you guys have any conversation in the chat, just, maybe try some guesses in the chat, that would be interesting to know. But we do have the NACON Connect bingo completed right now, so you do have around, how much is that? 3, 6,
9?
8 clues, because
I can't count.
the one in the middle is the
I
NACON
suck at
logo.
math.
It's the NACON logo in
Yes,
the middle.
it is.
We didn't have to show it. It was already there.
I suck at math.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. So yeah, 8 hints about upcoming announcements or even games from NACON.
Może 8 zapowiedzi będzie dzisiaj, nie wiem.
We won't give you any more hints, but we will eventually give you trailers.
Yes.
I guess that's a massive hint,
what we are
If you're looking for like what kind of game it is, it's probably going to be written on the screen. That's pretty cool.
Most likely that's what we are here for. But without further ado, because I think that you guys are waiting for the exciting announcements from NACON Connect 2022, if you don't mind, I'd like you guys to take a look at what's coming up next, because here are the different announcements from NACON Connect 2022. Let's go.
To teraz będą zwiastuny, zaraz zobaczymy. No mamy na przykład nowego pada jakiegoś, okej. No to w tym miejscu powinna się zacząć ta konferencja, a nie że 15 minut bingo grali, dajcie spokój. No to już w miarę interesująca sprawa, że można jakoś modyfikować swoje kontrolery z oświetleniem. To już bardziej interesujące. Na jesieni będzie. O, to jest Hell is Us. Zobaczymy z tego jakieś nowości? Chyba tak. Moim zdaniem najbardziej interesujący tytuł chyba. Znaczy Hell is Us oraz Lord of the Rings Gollum. Może jeszcze jakaś wyścigówka. Też mieli tam dobrą jedną, chyba ten test Unlimited, nie pamiętam. Dobra, nareszcie przechodzimy do konkretów. Zobaczmy.
Local news, a new crime wave that is sweeping Detroit has already claimed the lives of 21 police officers.
Disturbance? I'm a big fan. Now move.
A, czyli to jest ten Robocop, okej. Wygląda tak jak z pierwszej osoby byłoby przedstawione. Jakiś czas temu wychodziła właśnie jakaś strzelanka pierwszoosobowa o Robocopie. Chyba całkiem niezłe oceny miała. Nie wiem, czy to samo studio w sumie.
What the hell is this? Where is all the money?
We all saw it hesitate in a life and death situation. Why?
Listen, I would trust this guy with my kids. I mean, if I had any. This was just an isolated glitch.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
A, czyli za rok wyjdzie, okej.
Wow, What a way to start the conference here at NACON Connect 2023
Czerwiec
with
2023.
this banger trailer for RoboCop. My name is Fonka and I'll be your guide over the next hour as I'm going to be joined by numerous talents
godzinę
from
będzie
the
trwało?
NACON family. You can expect new gameplay trailers as well as unannounced games and the new gear from NACON Accessories.
No to głupia sprawa,
Earlier
będą
this
się
week, I was at
nakładały
Spider
oba
Studio to
wydarzenia.
talk about their upcoming project, Still Rising. Let's take a look at it. We are here at Spider Studios today, where I'm going to be meeting with Jeanne and Sébastien to talk about their next game, Still Rising.
I'm Jeanne Rousseau, I'm the CEO of Spiders, and I was also one of the co-founder of the studio when we created the studio in 2008. I'm also the writer, and I'm designing and creating most of the universes.
To ten nowy Souls-like.
Still Rising is an intense action RPG set during a twisted version of the French Revolution. So it's not a very historical version,
z
but
tej
in our version of
rewolucji
history, the King
francuskiej,
Louis
tylko
XVI
z
completely became mad.
robotami
You
różnymi.
know that he's very passionate about, the true king was really passionate about mechanics, clockworks, and in our version he was so passionate that he made
To w sumie wychodzi
one of the
jakoś
genius
niedługo,
engineer
jeżeli
had
mnie
in
pamięć nie myli,
court,
chyba we
create
wrześniu.
some amazing machines to serve him and to entertain the
październik, nie
court.
pamiętam.
At the beginning of the revolution, he
No
unleashed
wtedy będzie
all
bardzo
these
wystakowany
on
okres i
Paris
tak.
to crush the beginning of the uprising. So you play during the game Hades, who is a masterpiece of this genius Vaucanson we talked about already. And you were before dancing automatons at the court, and you were transformed into a deadly killer that serves the queen as a bodyguard.
No ciekawy pomysł, ten styl graficzny.
She will send you, the queen, to try to find out about what happened to your master, to stop what is happening in Paris, and also to find back what happened to her children. So you will probably have to stop the machines of the king and fight a lot of them through your playthrough. But now that you know a little more about the game, let's see some new footage of it.
Dobra, jakiś nowy gameplay. No ciekawy tytuł. Może nagram z tego jakieś odcinki, ale to zależy, jakie tam jeszcze gry będą w tym wychodziły. No to raczej nie jest jakiś wielki tytuł AAA, ale i tak ma całkiem spory budżet. AA chyba się nazywa, nie wiem, taki rodzaj. No jacy przeciwnicy. W sumie sporo Souls-like'ów będzie wychodziło w tamtej części roku. Jeszcze Tymezja będzie na przykład, pamiętam. Jeszcze kilka podobnych tytułów. Czy już są preordery w różnych wersjach.
I'm design director at Spiders. I do the editorial design regarding the gameplay at Spiders on all the games that are developed in the studio. The fighting system is dynamic. It just is grateful, agile, and our movement. Every attacks can be combined with jumping, dodging, or every tools that you can unlock in the game. Various playstyles are possible, from fast blades that can be risky to use to heavy weapons that can help you to keep enemies at bay.
No, szeroki
You can
zestaw
also
broni,
switch to
rzeczywiście.
alchemical weapons that help you to handle multiple targets during fighting in melee, but you can also be from a distance using muskets. You can encounter various enemies in the game, from basic mobs that are prototypes to some mini-boss until you encounter
Jeszcze na jakichś bardziej przyrodniczych terenach też będą walki, nie tylko w mieście.
The bosses are their own strengths and weaknesses. They also use alchemical attacks against the player. and they are really challenging and tough enemy that don't only grant you experience to upgrade your character, they unlock also extra.
No, możemy zobaczyć, jak prezentuje się ulepszenie postaci chyba po raz pierwszy. Ten cały HUD, nie widziałem w sumie takich dłuższych gameplayów z tego wcześniej.
On the control responsiveness with ages, and we're really proud about it.
And now, let's watch some gameplay from Ad Infinitum.
Ad Infinitum, coś słyszałem o tym, już nie pamiętam. No, chyba jakiś bardziej horror. Że coś słyszałem, ale jakoś dawniej chyba. A, była taka produkcja od tej II wojny światowej chyba, tylko z jakimiś bardziej fantastycznymi elementami, jeżeli mi pamięć nie myli. Jeszcze po części horror. No, mroczna produkcja rzeczywiście. Dziesiątki trupów. Ale jakie FPS-y, kurde. W tych efektach wszystkich. Nie wiem, jakoś średnio to wygląda. 5 FPS-ów czasami naprawdę.
Ob ich hier in den Gräben bin oder zurück im Haus in Berlin.
No, mamy datę premiery.
I am now joined by Nicolas Dejean from Artefact Studio to talk about their upcoming release, Crown Wars: The Black Prince. Let's watch the trailer together.
20 kwietnia, okej. No, to jakiś mniejszy horror.
France, year 1356. Almost 20 years of God-sent calamities have afflicted the land. The Great Plague bereaves cities and countryside alike, while a ravenous war is waged between the royal families for the crown of the most powerful kingdom of Europe. Alas, an even more terrible scourge is on the move. Lurking in the shadows, a secret power advances timeless evil, child of conspiracies, bred from despair and unholy sacrifices. On the edge of the abyss stands a handful of men and women devoted to knowledge, the last bulwark of light against the darkness.
Crown Wars, The Black Prince. Czy jakaś gra turowa. W widoku izometrycznym. No to jakieś mniejsze tytuły.
All right, so Nicolas, we just saw the trailer of the game, but since I have you here, can you talk to us about what the game is actually like?
Sure. Crown Wars is a squad-based tactical RPG that takes place in France during the 100 Years' War. The game has a really strong
Chyba wydawca z Francji. Właśnie rewolucja francuska, tutaj też się Francji coś dzieje.
Historical figures and legends, as long as it serves the gameplay and the storyline.
So now that we have the historical setting, who do you play as and what do you do exactly in the game?
You play as the lord of a modest domain, worn out by the war, who will have to make strong choices to survive in a country on the verge of chaos and misery. To progress into the game, you'll have to recruit companions and send them across the country to fight into tactical battles. This battle will serve your personal interest or the interest of the powerful family who are fighting for the kingdom of France at that time.
So you mentioned companions that will fight for us, but can you spare any details on who they are and what they can do in the game?
Sure. A wide range of classes are available to players. It goes from a
No, można
crusader
werbować jakichś sojuszników, okej.
beastmaster with its ferocious animals, to an alchemist who masters devastating potions, each of them with a very unique role within the squad. The tactical battles offer the balance between melee combat and ranged attacks. The build diversity is quite huge, mostly due to the fact that a companion is a mix between class skills and weapon skills.
So what will be the challenges that the players will have to face in the game?
These companions, men and women, will allow you to respond to the tactical puzzle proposed by the game. You will have to constantly adapt your multiple squads to the enemies and the environments, which bring many configurations. You will fight in forests, in villages, in castles.
Czyli odpowiednio trzeba wykorzystać właśnie ułożenie tereny zupełne, jakiś, nie wiem, high ground, przewagi może.
So we've heard pretty much everything about the game, but one thing, when is it coming out?
The game will be available in 2023 on PC and consoles.
Thank you so much, Nicolas, for being here, and thanks for all those info.
Thank you, my pleasure.
And because the fun never stops here at NACON Connect, we've got two new trailers to show you. Blood Bowl 3 and Chef Life.
Blood Bowl 3 jeszcze nie wyszedł? Myślę, że to już dawno temu wyszło. Zwiastuny od nie wiem ilu lat z tego były. Ale ogólnie dobra seria, pamiętam, dobre miała oceny. No ta, teraz już są jakiekolwiek nowości.
Do you have any idea what Blood Bowl is? Grabbing the ball, protecting your teammates, going to the end zone, and scoring touchdowns. Simple, isn't it? So why haven't I seen any of that on the pitch? As a coach, I was spoiled for choice when recruiting. From the most barbaric and bloodthirsty Black Orcs to the most impregnable dwarves in defense, yet I chose to believe in you.
To właśnie gra sportowa po części, że mamy ten właśnie, to jest futbol amerykański, tak? I po części tak, że gra taktyczna, że trzeba tam odpowiednio ruchy wykonywać. A może to jest rugby? Nawet nie wiem. Czym się różni rugby od futbolu amerykańskiego? Nawet nie wiem.
You had a chance to shine every turn. Oh, I know luck could have been with us. But that's not an excuse. Of course I know that you're fragile little guys. Blood Bowl is neither fair play nor good-natured. Blood Bowl is a demanding sport. Your opponents want your heads. And even their fans will murder you if they have the chance.
No, znacząco lepsza grafika, to z pewnością. No, zobaczymy jak gameplay.
Pull yourselves together. Get out there and win me this match.
Rugby to futbol amerykański, tylko w europejskim wydaniu. To tak samo jak na piłkę nożną. W Ameryce mówią soccer, tak?
Hi, welcome to my restaurant. I just redecorated the dining room. I hope you like it. I felt like something a bit more elegant. Wow, time flies, doesn't it? Let's get to work and prepare for tonight's service. First, let's see what we'll put on today's menu. Jumbo shrimp is in season right now, so we can make it our dish of the day. Let's make it.
No, może serię z czegoś takiego powinienem zrobić.
Local suppliers to get the best ingredients, even though it's a bit more expensive this way.
Ja się super znam na gotowaniu, muszę przyznać. Najbardziej skomplikowana rzecz, jaką potrafię, to jajecznica. Może bym się czegoś nauczył.
First, I cut the vegetables, mince the meat for the lasagna, then I prepare the dough, but not too thin this time. Oops, I almost forgot to start the bouillon for the dish of the day. Now that it's ready, I can keep it warm for later. All right, everything's ready. The customers will arrive soon.
Ale byłby chaos, jakbym w coś takiego zagrał. Bym całą kuchnię spalił pewnie.
Kasim, prepare a shrimp for table 2, please.
Yes, chef.
Here we go. Perfect seasoning, impeccable technique. but I'm not too fond of the plating. Let me redo that real quick.
Grafika jak z Simsów jakiś, nie wiem.
Great. Now it's perfect. All right, team. Let's keep it up. Excellent service today. Our customers were delighted. If we keep it up, I'm sure we'll reach our dream, obtaining our first Michelin Guide star. And you, what will your chef life be?
We've talked about games, now let's talk about accessories. Earlier this week I met with several brand ambassadors from
No
NACON.
właśnie nie wiem, kiedy będą interesujące rzeczy. No o 20 będzie jeszcze Ubisoft Forward, więc nie wiem, jeszcze chyba o 19:45 będzie pre-show do tego. Więc nie wiem, na czym się wtedy skupisz, szczerze mówiąc. Do PlayStation, jakieś akcesoria nowe. A, to do bijatyk z kolei, okej. Nie, na bijatykach to ja się niestety nie znam akurat. No fajna sprawa nawet.
Hey guys, I'm here in the beautiful city of Paris to try out the new gear from NACON, the new controllers. I'm gonna be joined by a lot of great players inside, so let's go. So we are here at Luffy's place right now. We will be
Może powinienem się skupić na jakichś, nie wiem, bijatykach. To było całkiem ciekawe. Teraz na przykład wychodzi ten Street Fighter 6 w przyszłym roku, więc to było całkiem w sumie ciekawe. No zobaczymy.
Who do you think is going to win?
I actually think Kayana is going to win because she is playing Chun-Li, which is the strongest woman fighting game, and Kayana is the strongest woman fighting game as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice combo.
To właśnie jest ze Street Fighter chyba, bohaterka?
When I started to play fighting games, I was playing with a Dreamcast controller, also caliber 1, then a PS1 controller, and even when we were on PS2, I was still playing with a PS1 controller. Then my brother said, if you want to go to Japan someday and play in arcades, you have to learn to play on arcade sticks. So I was 15, and one of my goals, my dreams was to go to Japan someday because I'm a big fan of Japan. And then I started to play with it, and I never left. And the fact I'm a French player, working with a French team, it's really nice because when you send mails, you feel read and you feel that they really listen to what you say, even when it's annoying. And I'm really annoying sometimes with some details, and I know that they're like, oh no, can you just send a mail to say that, to change
Kupić sobie takie urządzenie do gier, ale nie do bijatyk, tylko do czegoś innego, nie wiem, jakby to się grało.
Everything I say, I feel like it's important. So
chyba lepiej jednak na padzie.
First, pretty much like Kayane, I was playing a lot of Dreamcast, and I like where the joystick was, and I played like the Xbox controller a lot. I start with Street Fighter 4, and I told myself, okay, Street Fighter 5 will be on PS4. I need to change something, but I don't want to play with the PS4 pad. And I saw NACON was doing like some kind of pad, was pretty close to the Xbox 316. Then I won a big tournament, and I realized that this tournament was organized by NACON. So they sent me a message, hey, you won our tournament using our pad? Okay, let's have a dinner together.
Jakaś słaba jest ta konferencja, gadają jakieś randomowe rzeczy, mało interesujące.
Like my controller is my working tool.
Jedyne, że kilka potwierdzeń dat premier do jakichś mniejszych gier indie, ale to była 1/10 tej konferencji do tej pory.
What I really like about the NACON controller is it's fully customizable. There is many things you can change, even if you want to like put like a pink stick, you can actually put a pink stick as well.
Alright guys, I'm gonna stop you right there. I know you want to play a lot, that's what you guys do, but I'm suggesting something. Right now,
co oni w ogóle tam grają? Wszystko jest zamazane. Jakaś tajemnicza produkcja.
Okay, let's try it.
So it's gonna be a bad game, but I want to see it.
I really want to see Crimson play on arcade stick.
Oh my god, this is big, this is heavy also. Okay, let's see.
Good luck, have fun guys.
Okay, let's go.
Dédié la shop.
Najciekawsza rzecz, w co oni w ogóle grają, że jest zamazane. Może Street Fighter 6 jakiś gameplay. Nowymi postaciami, nie wiem. Już jakieś słuchawki z kolei od nich. Kurde, pokazaliby ten Gollum, Hell is Us, te dwie produkcje. Zaraz się przełączę na ten Ubisoft.
Back to NACON Connect 2022. We talked accessories. Now let's get back to the games. Our next trailer is a world premiere. The first ever seen gameplay images of The Lord of the Rings, Gollum. Let's take a look at it.
Gameplay images? Czy to same obrazki będą, czy jak to?
Something calls us Gollum.
Nie, no mamy gameplay zwyczajny.
Precious, of course. The precious. We want it. We want it.
Znaczy wcześniej były już gameplaye z tej gry pojedyncze.
Must stay in the shadows. Get to higher ground.
Nie no, uniwersum to jest znakomite, ale jak się będzie gra prezentowała, to niestety nie wiem. Jakaś średnia grafika właśnie. No to już była data premiery wcześniej.
What if he watches us, the Dark Lord? What if he sees?
Na Switchu nawet będzie. To z kolei.
The sheriff appreciates your contribution.
A to nawet nie wiem, co oni pokazują. Jakaś gra kooperacyjna. Gangs of Sherwood. Okay.
And we just watched the first teaser of Gangs of Sherwood here, and I'm joined by
Coś
Andrea
nowego.
Di Stefano, the game director on the project. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to show the game for the first time.
All right, so Andrea, can you talk to us about the game? Can you pitch it in just a few words?
Yes, of course. So, Gangs of Sherwood is an action co-op game with up to 4 players. It is set in a reinvented Robin Hood universe that mixes a medieval setting with World War I technology. So it's kind of unique. You pick one of the 4 main characters of the game. This is Robin Hood, Friar Tuck, Little John, and Maid Marian. And each one has its unique fighting mechanic. So it is a game that is very easy to pick up and play, but it has a very unique complexity layer of combat.
So, Robin Hood, where did you get the idea from the game?
Well, I'm a big Robin Hood fan since I was a kid. And also, like, at the Peel Studios, we're really fans of action games in general. And Robin Hood IP is kind of a natural fit because you have these different characters with different weapons and different combat styles. So it really felt like a natural thing to go there. And also this, this kind of blend of medieval and World War I setting. That's really like in our DNA because we really try to create interesting universes.
Że co? Pierwsza wojna światowa powiedział?
That are memorable.
Czy dobrze zrozumiałem?
Well, Andrea, this sounds really, really good, and I can't wait to get my hands on the game. But the question is, when is that going to happen?
Very soon. Gangs of Sherwood is going to be released on consoles and PC.
2023.
We're super excited to show more of the game in the future.
All right, good luck with that. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Joining me in the studio right now, I've got the producer for Paradise Project. Guillaume Blanchard is joining me right now. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Before we go any further, let's watch the trailer.
No to jakieś mniejsze tytuły. Jeszcze tylko jest Hell is Us. Super interesujący tytuł. A oprócz tego to nie wiem. No to ta ręka za wcześnie była pokazywana. No to taka gra, nie wiem, survivalowa prędzej. No to już lepiej wygląda pod względem graficznym, bym powiedział. Fajne oświetlenie, otoczenie. Nie wiem, no to może być, myślę. Jeżeli byłby jakiś tryb kooperacyjny, budowanie na przykład jakiegoś, nie wiem, miasta albo coś w tym stylu, jakieś walki z bossami widzę. No to jest chyba najciekawszy tytuł, Paradise Project.
So Guillaume, we just watched the gameplay trailer for Paradise Project, but since you're here in the studio with us, can you talk to us about the game?
Yeah, sure. Paradise Project is an action-adventure game where you will have to explore, to fight, to craft, to hack, and above all, survive. And you can enjoy the adventure alone or with a friend or on the same machine. It's work even if it's not a friend. And up to 4 players online. It's an action game, but it's not a classical zombie slasher. Your brain will be as important as your handmade weaponry to survive.
So Guillaume, in this game,
O kurde, gra z
you're slaying
zombiakami, w
zombies
której
left and
trzeba
right,
mózgu
but at the
używać.
same time they're helping you? Like, what's the deal here?
You start your adventure in Paradise, a place where a man had a vision, a dream that one day zombies will no longer be a threat for humanity, but will serve it. And even if his dream didn't really come true, there is some handyman in Paradise who succeed to set up homemade technology to control zombie. And it is what we call zombie hacking, and it's a core feature of our game.
All right, so now I get the why you get to control zombies, but how does it work? What's the how?
In fact, zombie hacking is experimental technology that first
Hakowanie
makes
zombiaków.
zombie harmless. So you put
Próbowali
hacking
ich
helmet on the zombie's
oswoboić.
head,
Można na
and
nich
voila,
jakoś
you stop trying to
podróżować? Jak to w ogóle?
That's good.
Yeah, it's a
Ciekawe.
good start. Crafting is an important part of the game. You will be able to create some equipment for your zombies, and you can also give them
To jest postać, to
simple orders.
z samego
And
wyglądu wygląda jak
combining
zombie z
both,
twarzy.
you will have a wide range of possibility to experiment. The zombie you capture, for example, can join you in your exploration, help progress or assist you in your fighting, or you can leave them in your camp for defend it or to gather resources for you.
So you get to be best friends with zombies in a zombie game? Now that sounds really promising. When can we play it?
The game is scheduled for fall 2023 and will be available on PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series.
That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's time for us to take a closer look at Clash with the new gameplay trailer coming right up.
Clash. To chyba było kiedyś przedstawiane. Trzeba przyznać, ciekawy styl graficzny, bez wątpienia. Jakieś totalnie fantastyczne krajobrazy, niczym z jakichś, nie wiem, nowoczesnych malowidł. Chyba z trzeciej i z pierwszej osoby była akcja. Nie wiem, szalenie wygląda ta gra, dajcie spokój. Co to za modele są postaci? O, 9 luty 2023, okej. Helisas, dobra. Nareszcie najważniejszy tytuł. Nareszcie najważniejszy tytuł, zobaczmy.
I am the creative director of Hell Is Us. Today I'd like to take a bit of your time to talk about the 3 distinct narrative layers, but also how we
Wcześniej był
created this
tylko
game from
zwiastun z
scratch
tego,
and the kind
kinowy.
of like processes that brought us to its world, its gameplay, and these 3
Super tajemnicza właśnie produkcja.
So, for Hell Is Us, I took a bit of time to figure out what I wanted these kind of high-level directives to be. And they're a mixed bag of things that had always been dear to me and also stuff that I kind of knew that the team also wanted to try and work with. So I came up with about 5 or 6 and I proposed them to the team and we all agreed and we went ahead with them. So the first one at the top of the list is exploration and discovery. When it's truly player-driven, when it's like player cognitive abilities that are putting 2 and 2 together to discover the
eksploracja
secrets
właśnie takich
of the
tajemniczych
game through
lokacji.
your exploration. So the second one
Bardziej
is
otwarty
pretty
świat.
much, I guess, the main theme of the game. It's human emotions and passions, and specifically how they relate to human conflicts, all the horrors and the atrocities and the bloodshed that we can bring upon one another. The third one is the Civil War, and as you can see, this relates right away to the second one about the passions and the emotion. The fourth directive was
Też
the
z
combat
Unreal
system of the
Engine
game had
5
to be
chyba
a
korzysta, jeżeli mi
third-person
pamięć nie myli.
melee combat with melee weapons. The fifth directive was that the game had to take place within a contemporary setting. As you can see, this brought a bit of a challenge how to justify the third-person melee combat in a contemporary setting. And the sixth one is I wanted to make sure that the enemies in the game were not humans and we would not bring any harm to human beings. So now that we had our set of directives, we were ready to really sit down and create the game, and then we created the story, and this brought us the 3 distinct narrative layers that we have in the game.
A, czyli niczego się nie dowiedzieliśmy?
If you're a true skateboarder at heart, you will love
No
our
come
next
on,
game. The top-notch skating sim.
Nic się nie dowiedzieliśmy, tylko jakieś screenshoty, no nie. A głupia sprawa. Hell Is Us najciekawsza produkcja, właśnie taki bardziej otwarty świat, tajemnicza fabuła. Myślę, że może coś w stylu Death Stranding na przykład, tylko że jeszcze z lepszym gameplayem, jakieś właśnie walki z trzeciej osoby, ale nic nie otrzymaliśmy. Dobra, to było chyba na tyle, chyba przełączam. Myślę, że to lepiej jednak obejrzeć. Zobaczmy, jak to w ogóle będzie wyglądało. Czyli co oni w tym miejscu pokazują? To dopiero co się rozpoczęło? Nie, to będzie jakieś... Sam w sumie nie wiem. Nie, jeszcze coś rzeźbi koleś, więc nie ma co. Zaraz zobaczymy.
But first, let's watch the trailer.
To frightened eyes, dreams take the form of nightmares. Growing shadow spreads across our world. My power is fading. For whom shall I summon my ravens? The girl in crimson, savage, reckless, consumed by a beast within her. The cursed virtuoso. His deadly melodies linger on the air, much like the plague that trails in his wake. The blighted warrior, his warped mind.
Skoro jakiś komiksowy styl graficzny. Ciekawa sprawa.
Or perhaps the icy damsel, whose touch is as cold as her frosty heart. Which forgotten legend can resist the darkness?
No to ciekawy styl graficzny nawet. Taki prosty.
Others will also come to answer the call.
Jeszcze jej postaci może jednocześnie. Raven's Watch, tak? ...2023 chyba tam beta była. Fajna gra nawet. Taka mniejsza.
So Valentin, a lot of mysteries surrounding this game, but already some gameplay footage from Raven's Watch. Tell us everything.
Sure. At Tester Games,
Dobrze
we
to
are
wyglądało,
really glad
jeżeli
to
chodzi o
finally be
gameplay.
able to share with you a glimpse of our next game. Raven's Watch is a top-down action roguelike with a new feature that's very dear to our hearts: online co-op up to 4 players.
All right, so up to 4 players in co-op online. That sounds really good, but can you tell us more about the gameplay?
Absolutely. In Raven's Watch, action is at the heart of the gameplay.
Jest gra kooperacyjna do 4 graczy.
Challenges. Also, the game will let you play as different characters, each with their own playstyle and abilities. Each run is a new beginning, so you'll have to adapt your playstyle and make the best decisions possible in order to have the best build if you want to complete the adventure alive.
So Valentin, since I have you here and you're the art director on the project, can you talk to me a little bit about the kind of world we can expect from Raven's Watch?
Of course. In Raven's Watch, you will play as characters taken from myths, legends, and fairy tales that actually act as the protectors of the dream world. Nightmare has broken into the world and is wreaking havoc and creating monsters that you will have to face off against. This is a very dark fantasy take on fairy tales. It enables us to explore different unknown moods and atmospheres, so we cannot wait to...
Czyli różni bohaterowie
Well, this sounds really
z różnych
exciting.
jakichś
I personally can't wait to play
opowieści,
it with my friends.
bajek.
But is there a date? When can we play it?
We are looking at a PC early access next year in 2023.
All right, that sounds great. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Our next game is going to challenge your decision-making and management skills. This is the gameplay trailer for War Hospital.
War Hospital.
War Hospital puts you in the challenging role of taking command of a frontline field hospital located in northern France during the Great War. There are no clear-cut right or wrong decisions when it comes to maintaining morale or holding the front line. An equally fierce battle is being fought behind the front, the battle to save lives. War Hospital focuses on the constant fight to save the wounded. Chemical warfare, bullets, shells, and finally mental trauma will all become a part of the struggle for life on the battlefield. The constant pressure of time in the face of a shortage of resources and manpower will bring the morality of the greater good into question. Is the life of a single person worth risking the entire hospital's population for? How far will you go to keep the next patient alive? Every decision has both short and long-term consequences. Face them, learn from your mistakes, and improve your hospital. Find a solution to every problem. Adapt on the go to maintain morale and prevent the collapse of the front line, which constantly needs to be strengthened. New types of wounds require the use of newer and newer medical technologies, new infrastructures, or having to use more drastic treatment methods when you are dealing with the most seriously injured soldiers. You have the fate of many lives in your hands. The War Hospital must carry on at all costs.
I had the chance to visit the studios of KT Racing, who are now working on 2 different games, WRC Generation and the long-awaited Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown.
Introducing the new era of WRC. Unveiling the groundbreaking new hybrid Rally 1 cars powered by fossil-free fuels. Choose a driving strategy to maximize power against duration. Electric boost off the start line, then regenerate power under braking.
Dobra, ta nowa wyścigówka jeszcze, ale chyba nie ma już czasu, niestety. Zobaczmy ten Ubisoft. Dobra, więc na Ubisoftie na tym tylko 10 000 osób ogląda, to niewiele w sumie. Zobaczymy.
I think there's something really exciting there.
What would your pirate name be?
I was thinking of something really metal, something like Slag Thor, the Executioner.
Dobra, najważniejsza sprawa. Skull and Bones. To zobaczymy.
If I was a pirate, I'll be completely honest, and I would not make a very good pirate. I would be exploring. I might be known as something like Captain Grey Eyes, the long-haired doofus, and I would be sunk immediately and robbed. But I would be exploring all the beaches and enjoying all the food with the local people.
For my pirate name, I'd be Eric the Brown, just like Eric the Red, but darker.
Pirate Queen, Ashbringer, because, you know, fire, brimstone, cannons, strategy, combat, death.
No o tym Skull and Bones nie było tak długo informacji, nie. Ta gra miała wyjść chyba w 2018 jeszcze, dajcie spokój. Teraz się zobaczymy, jak to będzie wyglądało. Pamiętam, jak były pierwsze zwiastuny z tego przedstawione, to była w sumie jedna z najlepszych grafik na rynku, jeżeli chodzi o modele właśnie tych wszystkich statków, czy też o wodę. Myślę, jak ta cała woda się prezentuje, więc zobaczymy, jak to wygląda po takim długim czasie oczekiwania nareszcie. Dobra, zwiastun kinowy na wstępie.
Society has rules.
Kiedy to może wyjść? Pewnie początek 2023 bym stawiał, jakoś marzec.
And what you're worth. But you can chart a new course. And even when death seems a certainty, do not give up. On the shores of a new world, you awaken. More determined than ever to carve a life of your choice.
Takimi małymi statkami będziemy podróżowali nawet, nie wiem. Do tej pory nie było czegoś takiego przedstawionego. Tylko takie wielkie statki na kilkunastoosobowe zespoły, tak jak teraz.
Together, we will take on the world. Society may have rules, but today, you decide where you belong and what you're worth.
To będzie taka kontynuacja dla tej gry od Microsoftu o kreskówkowej grafice, ten... zapomniałem, jak to się nazywa najgorzej. Sea of Thieves. Tylko to będzie bardziej realistyczna grafika. Okej, 8 listopad, okej. To w sumie wcześniej niż sądziłem. Ciekawa sprawa.
My name is Yusuf and welcome to the worldwide gameplay reveal of Skull and Bones. And oh yes, the launch date, the game is coming November 8th, 2022. And joining me today on the deck of this gorgeous ship is world producer Vanessa Siao. Hey Vanessa.
Hey Yusuf. Hi everyone.
Coś czuję, że to przeniosą.
Hey Ryan.
How's it going, Yusuf? Hello everyone.
Now, Vanessa, we just got our first look at the new Skull and Bones, and it looks like things have changed quite a bit. What can you tell us about this new direction?
Yes, our team has been working really hard, and we are so proud to present what you see in the game today. Forget everything you know about the traditional pirate fantasy. Skull and Bones is taking a darker, grittier approach with our new game direction.
Będzie tyle
We
przesunięć.
wanted to reimagine what pirates were really like, drawing inspiration from the
Pod
Indian
koniec
Ocean
roku z
during
tych
the
gier.
golden age of
Jest
piracy.
tak wystakowany
So you
tam
start as a
listopad,
survivor of a shipwreck,
październik,
washed up in
wrzesień.
an unknown, mysterious, exotic location. This is a world where everything and everyone wants you dead. And for ordinary people like you and me, the only way to survive is to become a pirate. And once you've chosen that life of piracy, there's no turning back.
Ooh, there's no turning back for me. I've already chosen the life of piracy. Well, what does that entail exactly?
Well, the world of Skull and Bones is ruthless. You'll come face to face with its many dangers, from vicious hippos and crocodiles to violent storms, pirate hunters, powerful corporations, and even the mutiny of your very own crew. So every time you set sail, it's going to be an unpredictable experience.
Mutiny? Okay. I'm making a note right now. Keep the crew happy. Right. But Ryan,
Zastanawiam się, jak duży potencjał będzie miała ta gra, bo do tej pory widzieliśmy tylko walki właśnie za pomocą właśnie tych statków, ale eksploracja z takiej trzeciej osoby nie była jeszcze przedstawiona, czyli eksploracja właśnie tych wszystkich krain na przykład. Więc zobaczymy. Myślę, że tytuł może mieć duży potencjał, jeżeli będzie tak jak w Sea of Thieves, że będzie można swobodnie wychodzić w każdej chwili, eksplorować te bardziej otwarte światy, to wtedy myślę, że to ma duży potencjał. Natomiast jeżeli będzie tylko walka na morzu, to będzie trochę gorzej.
Sign me up for that. I want that. I want the thundering cannons, sinking ships, the whole 9 yards. But, you know, between us, give me the insider tips here. How do I make sure I'm the most feared pirate on the ocean?
Well, I mean, the short answer is just to get good at the game, Yusuf. But really, seriously, the naval combat is at the core of Skull and Bones' pirate experience, right? And we aim to have best-in-class naval combat. So we want it to be visceral, fast-paced, rewarding. And we do that, part of the way we do that is to offer the player a wide variety of different weapon choices, which you unlock through Infamy. So you've seen cannons, for instance, but we also have Greek fire, we have explosive mortars, we have bombards that you can lob onto the decks of the enemy players and sink their ships. And that'll allow our players the creativity to combine different weapon types, different armor types, and different ship types to give them the best chance of success while they're out at sea.
Tak, może tam mocno customizować swoje statki, to było wcześniej przedstawione.
So with leather armor, you know, kitted out on your brig, well, I have to admit that I do get satisfaction watching other ships burn.
Wait, that sounds so cool. I want to light other ships on fire. How do I do that?
Okay, so as our pyromaniac has explained here, the Greek fire is one of the weapons you have. Also, the ships she mentioned and the armor are things that you will unlock through gaining infamy in our progression system. So, of course, classically, pirates were all about their name, right? You were nobody without your name. And our progression system is the same. We call it infamy. So as you have success in the game and you progress, and your name is going to be known throughout the Indian Ocean, and pirates from further and further away are going to want to offer
Czy to Ocean Indyjski będzie tylko, czy jak? Nie wiadomo.
Which will give you access to better rewards in the game. So the name of the game is Raise Your Infamy, and you'll have better opportunities.
Ooh, okay. So I'm imagining the road to infamy is going to be tough and lonely, but it doesn't have to be, right?
True. So first off, I mean, everything in Skull and Bones can be played solo, but at our core, we are a social game, right? With the dev team, we look at everything through the lens of co-op. We want to ensure that things like taking on the big pirate hunters or privateers or taking on a fort in the game is more rewarding and actually easier when you play with other players, right? So we can say that really the best way to play Skull and Bones is with friends.
Now, here's the important question.
Sure.
Can I team up with my friends and hunt other players?
Yeah, we can team up against Ryan.
Okay, so this happens far too much in our internal tests, okay? So you can, as a player, choose to opt into a PvP server, in which case you will be able to shoot other players. Sometimes in our weekly tests, that happens far too often to certain people with the team trying to take them out with this.
Tak, były chyba wcześniej jakieś zamknięte testy, ale nie można było gameplayów przedstawiać.
Best way to play is to have players with you to watch your back.
You know, I can't wait to get in these PvP servers because I want to hunt specifically you, Ryan.
Okay.
I'm putting a target on your back right now. I'm accepting all applications to come help me. But Vanessa, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Yusuf.
And for everyone watching at home, you've heard us talk about Skull and Bones. It's now time to show you Skull and Bones. Here's the world premiere of our gameplay trailer.
Dobra, nareszcie. Nie było gameplayu z tej produkcji przez, nie wiem, 3 lata chyba.
Welcome to Skull and Bones. Our game takes place during the golden age of piracy, in a world inspired by the beautiful yet dangerous Indian Ocean. You'll start your journey as an outcast, whose goal is to become the most infamous pirate, to sail these treacherous waters. After surviving a shipwreck, you begin your adventure in St. Anne, one of the pirate dens in our world. Dens are centers of pirate activity, where you can craft new ships and equipment, provision for your
Tak, czyli będą te
expeditions at
huby,
sea,
w których
pick
można
up
ulepszać
contracts,
jakieś tam
and
rzeczy,
socialize with other players.
kontrakty.
Any pirate worth their salt will tell you that preparation is key to success. Get ready for any challenges that come your way by checking that your cargo is stocked with items like food and ammunition. Once you're set, it's time to head out and explore. As a rookie pirate, you'll only have access to a small dhow, but as you progress, you'll be able to craft different ships, each with their own unique
No tam można
playstyle.
ulepszać swoje
At sea, you'll need to
statki.
pay close attention to the condition of your ship and the morale of your crew. Your crew are a pack of vicious raiders and rovers who will mutiny against you if not kept well fed and happy.
A, bo ja myślałem, że to
If your ship sinks,
każdy z
you'll
tych
lose
będzie
some
innym
progress
graczem.
and respawn at the nearest discovered den or
To
outpost.
wcześniej tak wyglądało na gameplayu innym,
The good news
dawnym.
is that most of your cargo
To wszystko
will be
boty.
recovered, and you'll have the opportunity to retrieve the rest from the wreckage. But you'd better be quick, as other players can also steal it. As a pirate captain, your reputation is everything, and our game tracks this through infamy. The higher your infamy, the more opportunities you'll get. One of the many ways to grow your infamy is to take up contracts. These are deals that you can make with other pirates in the world. Contracts can have great rewards if you're successful, or costs
Czy
if
jakieś
you
misje
fail.
bardziej fabularne może?
You can also gain infamy by completing other activities, such as exploration, plundering, treasure hunts, investigations, dynamic events, and much more. You can undertake these either solo or with other players. The world of Skull and Bones is filled with riches and resources that you'll be able to gather as you explore. Lagoons and rivers are teeming with dangerous wildlife that you can hunt for animal skins and meat.
Tam można
You'll
polować,
also
ale
be
to
able to
wszystko jest
harvest a
właśnie
variety of raw materials,
ze
such as
statku.
ore and wood, that
Pytanie,
can be
czy
refined
będzie
and
można
used
ze
for
swojego
crafting.
statku wyjść i eksplorować ten
Crafting
świat.
is an essential activity for you to progress as an infamous pirate. Obtain blueprints and use your refined resources to craft stronger ships, weapons, and armors. In Skull and Bones, ships serve many different purposes. Cargo ships are slower, but useful if you need to transport large volumes of loot. Navigation ships sail faster, but have less cargo space and lower hull HP. Firepower ships have more gun ports, allowing you to deal higher damage, but are more challenging to maneuver. Similarly, you can craft a wide array of unique weapons and armors,
Tak,
from
czyli trzeba
Greek fires to
dostosowywać
giant
właśnie te
ballistae
wszystkie
to rocket
buildy.
launchers
No,
and
fajna
mortars,
sprawa.
as well as different armor types, which have varying strengths and weaknesses against incoming attacks. With your new fleet and growing arsenal, create a loadout based on your personal playstyle to become a force of destruction.
Jakie wyrzutnie.
Out in the open ocean, opportunities and threats are abundant. Use your spyglass to identify lucrative trade routes or wealthy merchant ships and assess your prey's cargo and firepower. Strategize a plan of attack based on your opponent's defenses and take advantage of their weak points to deal more damage. Sinking your foes from afar rewards you with only a portion of their cargo, as some of it will be lost to the depths. Getting in close to execute a boarding maneuver will help maximize your gains. But beware, you can turn from predator to prey in a heartbeat if you attract the unwanted attention of privateers, the merciless pirate hunters that patrol the seas. If you enjoy the thrill of the hunt, you can also seek out other players and rain terror on them. Such PvP battles are high-stakes activities that can be rewarding if you emerge victorious. From your spoils of battle, personalize your individual look with outfits
No
that
tak, można
command
zmieniać
respect.
wygląd, to można się było spodziewać po Ubisoftie. No, z
You can
pewnością.
also select from a multitude of ship customization options to instill fear in your enemies.
Niektóre statki są znacząco
With
mniejsze,
the
ciekawa
wind in
sprawa.
your sails, journey to the furthest reaches of the Indian Ocean, from the coast of Africa to the East Indies. Encounter extreme weather events like violent storms and monstrous rogue waves. Keep your eyes peeled for outposts, which are safe spots where you'll be able to dock your ship for a short rest from the perilous seas. Here, you can trade with traveling merchants and clandestine smugglers selling rare and illegal goods. Uncover buried bounties at outposts as you decipher treasure maps obtained through your voyages. Although all the content in Skull and Bones can be done solo, you might enjoy ruling the seas with your friends. While sailing, you can also easily invite other pirates you encounter to group up. Synergize your different playstyles,
Czy
ships,
każdy
and
gracz to
weapons
będzie
to
inny
defeat
statek, tak?
deadlier enemies. As you grow stronger, take on more difficult challenges, such as attacking forts and plundering settlements. And, if you're bold enough, engage in dynamic events, like taking down heavily laden merchant ships and their fleet of warship escorts. Now, it's up to you to write your own story. Remember, there is no one path to follow, no one way to play. The world of Skull and Bones is yours to discover.
Woo! Okay,
No i
that was a
tyle.
lot. Did you get it all? Let's recap. We got pirate dens, crafting, customization, naval combat, tons of ships and weapons, infamy, co-op, PvP, world events, and so much more. And that's not it, y'all. Here to give us a sneak peek at what to expect from Skull and Bones post-launch is our game's quest director, Terry Hahn. Hey, Terry.
Hello, Youssef.
No,
Hello,
po
everybody.
premierze jeszcze jakieś inne
Now, Terry,
rzeczy,
what can we
update'y
expect from Skull and
będą.
Bones post-launch?
Well, as a live multiplayer game, our team is dedicated to deliver the best open world pirate experience for our players. With the Skull and Bones team, we are committed to provide fresh new content, not just in the coming months, but for many years to come. After release, we'll have a lineup of new content, and these are all free for our players. These include in-game war events ranging from bigger, deadlier challenges that you can take as a group, to smaller team events, ships, weapons, furniture, and many more.
Ooh, free content for all players. I love to hear that, Terry. Tell me a little bit more about these challenges.
So you can expect to not just engage with the local factions, but also with big corporations like the company Royale, who has really strong bombard weapons. So you really need to watch out for that. Aside from that, you also work with kingpins to smuggle and steal valuable cargoes, or even go on a raid with your friends to a nearby settlement or fort, or even engage with dynamic events where you can board merchant ships stealing valuable cargoes along the trade routes.
Ooh, okay, sounds like there's a ton of content coming post-launch. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Terry, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Youssef.
And to everyone watching, don't go anywhere. There's still a ton of content coming in our post-show. But before then, we're going to check in with our community developer, Alexi Cretin, who's going to introduce us to the official community live stream, The Deck.
Thank you, Youssef, and thank you so much to all of you for being here with us today. Over the past few months, we've been working very closely with our community to refine our game, and as we get up to launch, we'll be doing more of this. We will have hands-on opportunities in the coming months, so register your interest at our website, skullandbonesgame.com. Speaking of which, the Insider program is also in full swing. If you like what you saw today and want to help us, go and sign up. All you have to do if you're selected is play the game regularly, and if you want, share your feedback with us. Last but not least, today we're also kicking off The Deck, our official community live stream. We want to bring the people behind the game direct to you. Think streamers, YouTubers, role players, community leaders meet and chat with our developers, our artists, or producers. Basically all the people who work their magic on this game and can't wait to hear from you. That's happening right now with Ryan as the first guest, so stay tuned and enjoy.
A, czyli to już będzie na tyle. Znaczy będzie jeszcze post-show z jakimiś ciekawymi rzeczami. Okej, czyli to było w sumie na tyle. Nie wiem, czy chcę jeszcze zostawać najdłużej. Mówiąc szczerze, w sumie nie dowiedzieliśmy się żadnych super najważniejszych nowości. Nie wiem, myślę, że będzie trochę więcej interesujących rzeczy na tym NACON oraz Ubisoft Forward, ale jakoś tak przeciętnie to wyszło wszystko, muszę przyznać. No, Skull and Bones najciekawszy dostaliśmy do tej premiery. Więc nawet fajna sprawa, mogliśmy zobaczyć, jak to wygląda w praktyce, ale wydaje mi się, że te pierwsze gameplaye ze Skull and Bones z jakiegoś 2017 lepiej wyglądały. Pod względem graficznym, nie wiem, jakoś dziwnie to wyszło. No i że jeszcze data premiery będzie 8 listopada, 9 listopada jest God of War Ragnarok, to... No ja osobiście z pewnością będę God of War nagrywał, z tego no dosłownie nie ma szans, chyba że przełożą na kiedy indziej. Może wtedy. Dobra, więc jeżeli chodzi o dzisiejsze wydarzenie, to było w sumie na tyle. Raczej nie będę już tego dalej streamował, jakieś dodatkowe rzeczy. Więc tak, na dzisiejszy materiał to było na tyle, na dzisiejszy stream. W sumie nawet nie wiem, czy będę robił z tego jakieś podsumowanie, może zrobię na koniec tygodnia, ale jeszcze zobaczymy, może jeżeli jakieś inne jeszcze tytuły przedstawią. Teraz myślę nad jeszcze innymi produkcjami, znaczy materiałami na główny kanał, zobaczymy. Dobra, więc nie ma co więcej przedłużać, więc to było na tyle, ja się z wami żegnam,